evening, students. This is Mr. Washington. As promised, I'm giving you a quick little video to remind you of how to do your homework tonight. We have our division problem number 2 from our homework. I'm going to just show you real quick how to do it. So just to refresh ourselves on our steps, we divide, multiply, subtract, and then with the area model, we move, okay? When we divide with this method, we're going to use our estimated divisor. When we multiply, we use our actual divisor. Just to remind you, our dividend is the number that we are going to be dividing, and our divisor is the number that we're going to be dividing by. Okay? So, let's get started. So, to start the area model off, I am going to put my 3,231, my dividend, in a box. Okay? And I'm going to put my divisor on the side. All right, first things first, we gotta round our divisor for estimation. All right, so we have a 42. Looking at our tens place, remember 5 or above, you give it a shove. 4 or less, let it rest. We have a 2 that falls under 4 or less, so we're gonna let it rest and round down to 40. Okay, so let's start our dividing. We want to divide and see how many times 40 can go into 3,231. Okay, so I'm going to guess 80. Because I know that 8 times 4 is 32. So I'm going to try to multiply 42 by 80. Well, let's see. I end up getting 3,360. Well, if you look at my divisor, that's going to be too much. So 80 would not be wise. Let's try 70. I'm putting 2 zeros here because I have 2 zeros in my problem, and I know that to solve a problem like this quickly, I can just put my zeros in place and then multiply 4 times 7. 4 times 7 gives me 28. So 2,800 is my answer. So I think letting 40 go into this number 70 times is probably safer than trying to do it 80 times. So with that being said, let's go ahead and put 70 as our partial quotient. Okay? All right, so I have divided using my estimated divisor. Now I'm going to multiply using my actual divisor. So 70 times 42. All right, so 0 times 2 is 0. 2 times 7 is 14. Placeholder, 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 7 is 28. Let's add these up. 0 plus 0, 4 plus 0, 1 plus 8, drop the 2, 2,940. So that would be perfect. So I'm going to put this in my box so that I can subtract. So there's my subtract. 1 minus 0. 3 minus 4 I cannot do. So I'm going to borrow from the 2, make it a 1. 13 minus 4 would give me 9. 1 minus 9 I can't do. I borrow from the 3, giving me a 2, turning my 1 into an 11. 11 minus 9 would give me 2. 2 minus 2 is 0. I have 291, and I'm going to move that over. Okay? And we're going to start all over again. How many times could 40 go into 291? Well, let's see. I know that 4 times 7 is 28. So I think I'm going to try 40 times 7 to see if that might help. So 40 times 7. Well, I already know that I'm going to have a 0. And then 4 times 7 would be 28. 280. So I'm going to try and see if maybe 7 might work. So let's try that. So let's try multiplying our 42 and our 7. Seven times 2 is 14. 4 times 7 is 28 plus 1 is 29. 294. Well, guys, that is too big to go here. We can't subtract that. So we cannot use 7. Let's do 40 times 6. Well, we know that 4 times 6 is 24. 240. That might be safe. So let's see if 6 will work. We're going to put 6 up here and multiply it by our actual divisor. 42 times 6. Okay? So 6 times 2 is 12. Okay? 6 times 4 is 24 plus 1 is 25. So I think we are good with that. That works. So, and then we subtract. 1 minus 2, we can't do. We borrow from our 9, making it an 8, and turning our 1 into an 11. 11 minus 2 is going to be 9. 8 minus 5 is 3. 2 minus 2 is 0. And we have 39 left. Well, 39 is less than 42. So 42 and 40, they cannot go into 39 at all. So we're going to add up our partial quotients, which is 70 plus 6, which equals 76. And we have a remainder of 39. So our answer, or our quotient, is 76 with a remainder of 39. And that is the answer for number 2. So listen, I expect for all 28 of you to have number 2 right, because Mr. Washington just showed you how to do it again. All right, so there you go, guys. That's answer number 2 for tonight's homework. I hope that helped, and I'll see you in class tomorrow.